is going to be the most important video I make on this channel. If there's one video I can get you guys to listen to me and truly understand and fathom what I'm about to say, it'd be this one here. The market is providing us an opportunity with something we've seen in the last 3 cycles. This pre-halving dip is something we need to grasp, because I'm going to give you some examples that will show us why this is the last real dip we see before things start to go crazy. We've seen it with Elliott wave theory, with Michael Bazzino. We're in that 4th sector, that dip before the big blow off top. And we know when we see that big blow off top for Bitcoin, these altcoins become ridiculous. That's when the generational wealth is created. This is the most important video I'll make on this channel. Because this, if you're on the sidelines or you're not fully invested, look, if you bought the bear, you're fine. If you have a spare bit of capital, you can throw in. This is probably the time to do it. But if you bought the bear, this doesn't really concern you too much. But if you've been sidelined, waiting to get a good entry in the market, not financial advice, but I believe this is it. Let me show you the examples to back up what I'm saying. To do this, we're going to look at 2 coins from last cycle that absolutely exploded. We're going to look at BNB and everybody's favorite, Cardano. So let's go back 4 years ago. So the halving's in 1 day. We can see that here. The supply of daily Bitcoin's going to get cut in half. With the demand we've seen in this product is unbelievable. The supply is getting cut in half. That's simple economics at its finest right there. But let's look at these altcoins. Let's go a couple months out before the halving. We see, look, it almost got a peak of $38, June 2019 BNB. But let's go near the halving. We saw a massive correction. It went from $25 in February to around the halving March, April, all the way down to $10. That's an over 100% loss in BNB. But let's look after the halving. The halving in 2020 was around March, April. Look, $10. Even if you bought this peak here at $25 or the other peak just before at $35, look at this, man. Let's zoom out. Once we truly start to zoom out and understand, that is nothing. $10, $38. This thing skyrocketed to over $660. That is the altcoin season we're looking for. Wow. Even if you bought that top at $35, that's over 20x. Now, this dip provided the opportunity. Say you bought BNB at $10, you 60x'd. This is the opportunity that's in front of us. Let's look at Cardano. Same thing. February. Let's go to February, March. In March, April. Big dip from about 6 cents to 2.5 cents. See what I mean? Even before that, Cardano went to about 9 cents. Back down to 2 cents. Do you see what I mean? These dips are brutal. But let's look at this halving around March, April time. 35 cents. Now let's zoom out. Look at that, man. Had a first peak at about $2, roughly $2. And then the big blow off top at $2.80, $3. Do you see what I mean? Under 10 cents to $3, a 30x. Even if you bought the peak just before the halving, that is the altcoin season I'm talking about. These are simple examples you can find on the internet in what's in front of us. And this cycle has so much demand to it now that the ETFs are here. I'm not saying the ETFs are a game changer, but it does put spotlight positively for Bitcoin and crypto. The halving's in 1 day. It says it right here. If you could see the conviction in my eyes, I promise you this is the most important video on this channel. Because if you're sidelined, this is the opportunity. In my eyes, this is the opportunity. I'm desperate to get as much money as I can to do anything to buy more. Because I know what's ahead. Look, what is this? 12 cents, 5 cents. It meant nothing. $3, man. 30x your money. That is the power crypto has. That is the power crypto has. Those are 2 examples. Let's get into some fancier charts here. We see this every single time. Every single time. This blue line here, I think this is from Rect Capital on Twitter. I follow a lot of his stuff, and he's pretty spot on, man. He makes the charts very, very easy to look at. Let's look at this. Pre-halving rally in the blue. It's happened then. It happened in the last cycle. History rhymes. How many times am I going to repeat it? History rhymes. Then the blue circle. Pre-halving retrace. We saw it happen here before the halving, and we're seeing it again. We've got a lot of FUD in the market now with what's happening in Iran, Palestine, Israel. It's made the markets, the S&P 500, the US stock market, the ASX as well, Australian Stock Exchange, all plummet because there's fear in the market. But this is when you need to get greedy. When there's fear in the market, when there's blood in the water, that's when you need to get greedy. Look, we might consolidate for the next not 6 months, but maybe 3-4 months of just sideways consolidation between a range of maybe 56 to about 74, 75,000. But once that demand picks up, now that supply is cut in half, this thing is going to be exponential. And we've seen it. We've seen what happens at the halving. This is crazy. And the S&P 500 and crypto, they're both risk-on assets. So they do have some correlation in some way. This is a chart from Jason Pacino that he always likes to put out. He's a massive influence in the way I trade and the way I invest. I highly recommend you watch his channel. This is a chart that I follow that he likes to talk about a lot. That's very, very accurate. If we look at election years, there's always a big pump up in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, third quarter, it's quite stale. Where this arrow is here, very, very stale, especially the second quarter. April, May, June, very stale. Starts to pick up in July, August. It starts to pick up, and then October, November, December, we can see here is when stuff really starts to kick off. Really start to kick off. So we're in that boring stage. But that boring stage, or that fearful stage, is when the money's made. The money's made when you buy, not when you sell. This is a very good chart to show us what's going to happen roughly in the next couple months in the stock market, in Bitcoin, in crypto. Very stale. Like a stalemate in chess. It's going to be very stale. But this is not the time to lose focus. You need to be razor sharp. You need to be getting into good, high conviction plays in the right narratives. When the interest dies, this is the time to buy. This is the time to buy. And I know there's a lot of FUD in the market with the war. But look at this. Every time there's a war, there's a say going out in investing where it says buy the invasion. Because this always brings such FUD and so much fear into the market that the market doesn't know what it does, doesn't know what to do. It's in an oversold territory, and when you pick up that fear, when you notice there's blood in the water and you pick it up, that's when the big money's made. We can see it here. Look at this blue line. Buy the invasion, buy the invasion. If you bought when that invasion got announced, you'd be laughing. Look at the Iraqi war here, 2003. If you bought here, well, look at it's history rhymes. It doesn't always repeat, but it definitely rhymes. When the market is oversold, when there's blood in the water, this is the time to pick things up. It's on sale. When you go to the store, do you like to pick things up on sale? I know I do. It's the same thing for stocks. Same things for crypto. Same things for Bitcoin. Even houses when they plummet. Why do we all panic and then want to get out instead of looking to get in? That's the psychology of trading. That's why psychology is massive in this game. Look, these are just a few examples on why I believe this is the best opportunity, especially if you're sidelined in the market. Look, the halving's in one day. Things are aligning. Let's see what happens. It's God's will from here. All glory to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.